What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is December the 2nd. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is focusing on today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with macro data, there's not really too much going on. We have one Fed speaker, but that's pretty much it. So the market though is recovering. So Dow is up 0.11, S&P up 0.25, NASDAQ up 0.29. So the market, I think, is starting to come to some sort of realization that yesterday's sell-off was unjustified and largely based on kind of unofficial data. So we'll have to wait and see how that does play out, but fear and greed index is kind of maintaining itself, so still under the extreme fear category at 22, but most likely if things start to improve, you might see kind of move to the fear category, meaning people's appetite for risk is increasing. There really hasn't been that much in even speculative things being posted on social media, so Trump's been somewhat quiet-ish. Or I guess hasn't really said things that is going to really affect the broader market, I guess I should say. But nonetheless, SOFI is just piggybacking off of the broader market's optimism, up 1.1%. Nothing planned for today. They do have their fireside chat tomorrow. It'd be advantageous if they did put out official news just on their crypto launch, which was yesterday. From what I can see on social media, it wasn't fully launched. It looks like some select individuals still don't have access to it. So hopefully they kind of add some clarity to that. But nonetheless, shorts are returning about 7,000 shares during the pre-market. So that's fairly a good sign that maybe they feel today is going to be a solid green day. 10% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 118.47 million shares overall being shorted for today, with it at 29.33. Just watch for this 28.66 to be kind of that support level. And luckily enough, it did bounce off of that yesterday, so kind of just watch for that, but I don't really see that being on the table in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts on that. NIO is flat so far and nothing really concrete coming out from them. Shorts aren't doing anything, so that's rather abnormal. But 11.57% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 160.07 million shares overall being shorted. So shorts, like NIO shorts, have been playing some weird game. So whoever is shorting NIO, mind you, they know their strategies. They know how to kill momentum like right quick. So it's a frustrating stock to own, definitely, but I think over time things will improve. They just need to kind of hit their numbers. On a side note though, there was some somewhat bearish kind of articles coming out about just generally Chinese EVs and how 2026 is going to be fairly difficult. I think it actually came out from UBS, but nonetheless, right now with it at 517, it is trading between this S1 and this S2. So 526 is going to be that key pivot you really want to get over, and then 473 as the next strong support. And actually, I just realized based on this, I'm wearing a Buzz Light t-shirt. So I just grabbed the first one. So I don't know, fun stuff. It's not Halloween. I am just a little bit crazy, I guess. But moving on, ticker ABTC. So this one's an interesting one. Been trading for roughly around 5 days. It's down 15%. During the pre-market, it is down 21.79%. So it's not as though miners aren't increasing. A lot of them are actually recovering today. So this one might be a good one to potentially look at for a day trade or swing trade. Shorts are currently increasing about 31,000 shares, 6.6% of the free floats being shorted, works to be 7.12 million shares overall being shorted. With it right now at 283, it is below all the key fib levels. So you want to watch for at least a recovery to that 327. And in reality, that could be easily on the table. And you never know, there might be some article that has come out that somehow hasn't really hit mainstream media that's really affecting it this morning. But as far as I can tell, there really hasn't been anything. No press releases, no SEC filings, no speculative topics being brought up. It is, for whatever reason, getting a lot of volume. And clearly, based on the price action, institutions are selling. Moving on, ticker is EB, Eventbrite, sitting at 443. And so the reason why they are moving higher is because they are getting acquired for a price of exactly $4.50. So this is where I've stated in the past, there's a little bit of extra room because right now it is at 444 during the pre-market. So all you have to do is, if you want a little bit of profit, let's say you aren't the ambitious type, you can buy now and eventually when this deal does go through, you'll get $4.50 a share. So if you want to earn 6 cents a share, you can definitely have at it, but do not pay more than $4.50. So if you, for whatever reason, during the trading day, it goes to, let's say, higher than $4.50, you are going to be losing money instantly. So do not pay more than $4.50. But if you care about 6 cents, and maybe that's your ambition in life, then you can earn, was it 0.23 or 0.3 or something like that. So yeah, have at it. Shorts though, 3.06% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 2.18 million shares. So I'm sure a lot of them are going to be returning over the next little bit. So that's, again, something to keep in mind. Moving on, ticker is TAOP. So they are up 49.53% because of this. So they put out a 6K this morning. And so this kind of just goes over their SPA that they did enter in on November the 25th. So it goes over some of the details, numbers. I don't really see this being a crazy reason to buy the stock, in my opinion, whatsoever. But what do I know? One thing to take note of though, especially if they are more willing to get into more SBAs, just pop over to dilution tracker. As I have indicated, just pop in the ticker and then you can clearly see if there is any convertible notes. So this one has quite a lot right here, and just shelf offerings. So yeah, this one is and does have dilution riddled all over it. So as I've indicated in the past, you can trade this, but leave it to be more on the experienced. Like, you have to be comfortable. Like, you can ride the dilution wave higher and make some good money off of that, but do not get stuck holding this stock. The stock most likely will be sub $1 in probably the next quarter and a half, in my opinion, especially based on the convertible notes. And as I kind of showed you, that is exactly what I do. If you ever have a question, want to know kind of, hey, does this stock have a lot of convertibles, just pop over to dilution tracker. I don't even have the premium account. You just need to look to see if they have any ones that are currently open. And so at the end of the day, just you can day trade this, just be careful to not hold it. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. This is kind of what big money is focusing on today. So let me know your general thoughts on all that. One final thing, if you are looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over to my Patreon. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.